Good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you may be, or good evening, or good night. This is Jen at JensArtyInclinations, a place to create, share, and play. Good morning, everyone. So I am here for day 2 of DEPHEMEREMBER. That one. And today is splatters and playing card. And I've just had a peek at the beginning of, where's all my stuff? I've just had a peek at the beginning of Luise and Barbara's videos, and it appears that giraffe is the animal for today. So let's get around to making my pocket for that, for the front. So this is what I did yesterday. So you can see the video up for that one. And this is what I'm doing today. So I actually prepared a lot of this last night. I did cheat this time. I thought I would do with the playing card. I had these lovely sized playing cards. So I had normal ones and I had superhero ones. So my thinking is laying out my page like this with a belly band. So I've done most of that. I'll just need to glue it down, so you're not going to have to watch me. And then I thought I'd make, not with that one, where's the ones? Bear with me, I'll make sense. Hey, then I thought I'd make just a very slim concertina book that you can put 3 little pictures in. So I'll paste that down, and that you can open up and just slip in the belly band. And here are all my bits to go inside. And then, so they're all my bits to go inside that. And I put those under weights last night so that they would be nice and flat. And I think maybe just one of those pieces, but I'll put that there in case I need it for the book. The background I did last night because I wanted to do moulding paste. So this is moulding paste, and I tried to make it rough so it had patterns and looked quite rustic. And then I did over the top just with ink. I had this, so I just did that over the top in little places, simply by just going like this. So nothing flash. And then I thought that these would look cool down there like that, and that I would splatter over those, and that I would splatter over the front and back cover of this. So let's get into that. Let's get into our splattering. Oh, and I didn't paste the belly band down yet because I just wanted to show you. Oh, it's so cute. So I hope you can see that pattern. It's actually got an imprint, and it's a little piece that my girlfriend gave me. She gave me this wonderful bag of little bits and pieces that she'd collected for me that she knew that I'd find a use for. Thank you, Kat. I'm still using them. And then over the top of this one, I love that blue, but I wanted it to feel a little rustic like the page. So I think it was walnut stain that I put over it. Might have been coffee, but I literally just got the ink pad and just went over the top like that. And then it could bring out the pattern. And the diamonds are for the diamonds in the cards. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that because it was so cool. All right, so now it's time for splatters. All right, so I've got a splatter box, but I've got a little giraffe. So I'm wondering if splattering over him might work on the front and back as well. Hey, we'll see. So maybe just on the front, like there. And maybe, oh, and with these cards, by the way, all I did was I gessoed and I, grabbed inks and put them over. And then this morning I just used, because they're nice and rough, the fronts of these now, and I actually used a texture medium that's from Winsor & Newton with my paints that I happen to have in with my matte medium, just to make sure that I had a really nice surface that was going to adhere. And I even used my sanding block just to sand them all back a little bit first. So that's what they are. Now I'm just going to pop them all in here so that they all get splattered and nobody misses out. because I'm a big messer, so I need the box. How about we put a butterfly on you? Why not? So, yeah, that should work. Actually, we'll go this way. Just keep talking to yourself, Jen. It will eventually make sense. Do the little giraffe there, because that I want to be the front. Do I want that to be the top, or do I want that to be the top? I think I want that to be the top. I've just grabbed some distress sprays. So I've got walnut stain, salvage patina, milled lavender, which I'm not completely sure if I'll use, ground espresso. I think I'll probably use, which is darker. Ground espresso is probably darker. So I might start with walnut stain and salvage patina. What I'm going to do is spray them in here, because I don't have enough room to spray them really high to get the fine spray. So I'm going to do that, add a little bit of water, mix it around with my brush, and then I'm just going to splatter. Oh, that's a lovely fine splatter. So I want some of those. And then I want this method for the long ones. Let's try it on these first. Right, so now let's just go. I love it. I love it. I really do love splatters and dots and things. So it's quite nice too when you're doing this kind of little technique, if you add little shapes that you can get a pattern behind them. So obviously I'm trying to get my bits around those shapes quite a lot. And this is, you can flick your brush if you don't want to use your fingers to actually flick your brush. You can do this as well. You can see how messy I am. Well, you can't, because you probably can't see it on camera. But yeah, I'm very messy. Flick, 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 flick. Just to, you know, do that. And in fact, when we do the lavender, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a diamond on these. There and there. Okay, let's try that again. And this is going to be a terrible mess to clean up afterwards, just know it. Okay, so these are the results of the splatter. So there's my front and back, because I actually split that card in two because I wanted to take away the bulk so that I wasn't adding two cards on either side, since I was going to do the concertina inside it. And then these are the other ones. Look, you can see the butterfly on that one, and you can actually see the little giraffe on the front. I love him. I could even put some little grass underneath him. And yeah, I like how this turned out. This one, you almost can't see that it's a card anymore. It's just amazing. So I'm really happy, but you can see the pattern through. Anyway, that's what I've done so far. All right, let's bring back and make up the book first, because that'll be the easiest thing to do. So what I've got is just an offcut of brown paper that I had. So what I did was I just lined it up to the card and I folded it, and then I just folded it back on itself. So nothing terribly difficult there. And then I cut these little pieces of calico out to glue inside. So that is what I plan to do. So here we go, folks. First, I'll paste down this part to make this part of the book. So just on that little flap. And then I thought I'd put the calico over the top of it. And the calico, I just dipped it in some coffee, I think it was, just to give it a little bit of colour. There you go. And the lovely thing is the book, because I did it by just roughly like that, it'll have a little bit of a skew to it, which I quite like for this particular project that I'm doing. So if I just run that around the edge, come on, that's it. And what I'll do is I'll just smooth down with my finger. When I'm using my finger, this doesn't always work, by the way, I don't always follow this rule, but I try and use my pinky because it's the easiest one to keep out of your way. There we are. Now I can do this side. So we'll glue the little flap in first. It's paper to paper. And then that is great because it doesn't matter which side it goes up. I love it because I'm always getting things upside down. Does anyone else do that? Like when you're binding, you realise you've bound the whole project and it's all upside down. I did one with 2 signatures recently and I put the first signature in upside down and I thought, oh well, you know, and then so I put the second signature in, and would you believe I thought I'll just go from the other way because the front cover was non-directional, and so then I did that and I went from the other way, but I then put that in upside down, so I couldn't use it either way. But I mean, I can. I'm just using it for my Christmas ephemera. So, and again, thank you, Luise and Barbara. So Luise Heinzl and Barbara at 49 Dragonflies, they are our beautiful hosts. They're both so creative. Make sure you check out their channels. And you can use the hashtag to check out everybody else's. I looked at Lee's yesterday. Oh my gosh, hers is just amazing. I really, really, really love it. And yeah, there's so many talented people out there. So I discovered a couple of new ones, which was good. Great way to discover new people. Okie dokie. Which way do we want you to go? Do we want you to sit that way? I think we do. Why not? So the more straight edge on the inside. And what am I going to do? Am I going to do you first? Yes, why not? Pride of place. How many glues can you get out, Jen? Ah, that's funny. Okay, that lid can go down there. I meant to do that. And then I thought, see? So I just did a little bit of stamping over these scrapbook ones and I inked around the edge. As I said, they were just from a scrapbook book. So that was nice and easy. And you can go there, and then now you've got a pretty little book that you can write in as your piece of ephemera. That was my thinking. I'm trying to rush because I don't want to make it too long for you. Oops, that would be really nice. I could also do some extras and have them on the calico back. I hadn't thought of that. So that's the thing about pre-planning. You can't pre-plan everything, right? So now the little book can go both ways. Come on, glue. You're supposed to be making it quicker for me. That's it. Now you're coming. Let's hope I've got them all the right way up. I'll soon find out. If I haven't, that's all right. It's a little bit of homemade. Oh, it looks like I have. Okay, so now, there you go. There is my little giraffe piece of ephemera out of a playing card with splatters. I quite love that actually. It's really cool. Feels good too. So there's the little giraffe on the front, and you know, I really do need to do. Okay, let's just use this fine brush. Here we go. So just a touch of green, just as a little bit of subtle hint is all I'm thinking. All right, I can faff with that later if I want. You've got people to see, places to go. Just going to run around the edge of you, because you could be another pocket on top of the belly band, couldn't you? Why not? No, I'm just sort of roughly, that can just be grabbed in a few places and that'll be enough for it. So there you go. There you go. So I'm just gluing at the top and bottom. And where will we put? Center is fine, or center-ish. And then I'll just make sure you're down. Okay, so that's the belly band, and that one can take him, right? So we'll just leave him on top while he's drying. And then I'll just pop these 3 cards down, willy-nilly, and I'll have had a completed page. I like it. So hopefully I'll get quicker and quicker at doing these, and hopefully they'll get shorter and shorter so that they'll be easier and easier for everyone to watch. Oh, that's perfect. So I'm going to go top down. Okie dokie. So isn't that nice? A bit of playing card as a decoration for a page. I can imagine this in a journal. And guess what, folks? We're finished. That is DEPHEMEREMBER for another day, another day. Okay, and then you sit in there. How good's that? Oh, and just while I'm here, that's another thing you can do too, is use the actual cutout. So I could go through and I could trace inside, or you could splatter just your shape. So yeah, splatters don't have to just always be the same thing. They can be lots of different things. So there you are, everyone. I hope you enjoyed watching. There's my little actual ephemera piece, which is what we're meant to be doing. It's just that I'm doing my book as we go. And then we can go the other way. So we've got cute little journaling space in there. Voila, this is going to be lovely to look back through. I hope everyone enjoyed, and I might even see you tomorrow at this rate. Take care, everyone. Bye. I'd love it if you could leave me a comment below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed what you saw today. And of course, please subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you next time. And in the meantime, keep creating. Enjoy.